Hi everyone, welcome back to our video lecture series on Renesas RA microcontrollers. In this video, I will explain how to measure temperature using the internal ADC temperature sensor on the Renesas RA8D1 Evaluation Kit. Open eSquared Studio, then create a new project by clicking on the File icon, then select New, then select Renesas C++ project, then select Renesas RA project. A new dialog box will appear. You can give a name to your project here. After naming your project, click on the Next button. From this drop-down menu, select EK RA8D1 board. After board selection, click on Next. After that, select Flat, Non-Trust Zone project. For Smart Bundles, select the None option, then click on Next. Now select Executable and No RTOS option. Now select Bare Metal Minimal, then click on the Finish button. Now the IDE will take some time to configure your project. Now click on the Open Perspective button to open the FSP configuration file. In the FSP configuration file, click on the Stacks tab. Then click on New Stack, then navigate to Analog and select the R-ADC stack. Click on the ADC stack to open its properties. Now expand the General tab. We will keep the default settings for the ADC stack. Next, expand the Input tab. Then expand Channel Scan Mask, then select the internal temperature sensor channel. After that, expand the additional averaging mass channel section and again select the internal temperature sensor channel. Now expand Interrupt tab and define a callback function for ADC stack. I'm defining this as G-ADC callback. After that, we need to select Scan End Interrupt Priority. Since we are using the standard C library in this project, we need to enable heap memory. To do this, click on the BSP tab and scroll down to find the RA Common option. Under RA Common, set the heap size according to your requirement. The minimum recommended heap size is 4000 bytes. After this, we don't need to change anything further in the FSP configuration file. Now click on Generate Project Content. Once the project content is generated, you will see the RADC stack available under Developer Assistance. Now expand the SRC folder and open the hallentry.c file. We will use SEGGER RTT to print data on the RTT terminal. For this purpose, I will now add the SEGGER RTT source code to this project. Now I will include the common utils.h file in the hallentry.c file. After that, I will build this project to check whether everything is configured correctly. The build is successful, so the project is configured correctly. Using the appRint function, we can print data on RTT terminal. In the common utils.h file, we have defined some information related to this project. In the hallentry.c file, we start by printing this information. Now, if you open the user hardware manual for the RA8D1, under section 47, you can find details related to the temperature sensor. If you open section 47.3, using the temperature sensor, this section provides information related to temperature calculation. In section 60.8, you can find the slope of the temperature sensor. After that, I define the slope variable according to the hardware manual. Next, I define a variable to store the ADC value. Then, I define a float variable to store the final temperature value. According to the hardware manual, we need to calculate V1 and Vs. For the V1 calculation in this MCU, the SEGGER register stores the temperature sensor calibration value measured at 125 degrees Celsius according to hardware manual. After that, I define a data array that will be used to store the information printed on the RTT terminal. Next, define a volatile flag variable that will indicate when an interrupt is received from the ADC callback function. From the Developer Assistance tab, drag and drop the ADC callback function into the hallentry.c file. Inside the callback function, set the flag variable to true, indicating that an ADC interrupt has occurred. After that, define an ADC event variable to identify which ADC event triggered the callback function. Using the pargs parameter provided to the callback, store the ADC event information in this variable. You may use an if condition inside the callback function to read the ADC value immediately when an ADC channel ASCAN end event occurs. Alternatively, the ADC value can be processed later in the main loop. For this project, the ADC result will be read inside the main loop after the interrupt flag is set. After that, in hallentry function, I'm defining FSP error variable to check the status for function calls during execution. Now in Project Explorer window, expand Developer Assistance, then expand ADC Stack. From ADC Stack, drag and drop ADC open function call in hallentry.c file. After that, use assert function to check if ADC open function call was successful. After that, from Developer Assistance, drag and drop ADC scan config function call in hallentry file. Then use assert function to make sure scan config function call was successful. After that, I am defining while one loop, so we can continuously read temperature data after some delay. In while one loop, we can start by adding ADC scan start function call. After that, use assert function to make sure ADC scan start function call was successful. After calling the ADC scan start function, use a while one loop to wait until the interrupt flag variable is set by the ADC callback function. Once the flag is set, use an assert statement to verify that the ADC scan complete event has occurred successfully. This confirms that the ADC conversion process has finished before proceeding further. Now, from Developer Assistance, drag and drop ADC read function call in hallentry file. For second argument, we can use ADC channel temperature, and for last argument, we can use GADC value variable. After that, we use the assert function to make sure the ADC read function call was successful. Then I read the SEGGER register value. Now, using the formula given in section 40.3 of the hardware manual, we can calculate V1 and Vs. Now, using this equation, we can calculate internal temperature of RA8D1 MCU. After that, using sprintf, I am serializing the print buffer in data array. Using the @print function, we can log data on RTT terminal. After that, I am using RBSP software delay to introduce 2-second delay. At the end, we can reset the interrupt flag variable. After that, coding part is complete. Click on your project name, then click on this hammer icon to build your project. To connect with RTT terminal, we need SEGGER RTT address block. We can find the address in .map file present in debug folder. Open the .map file in text editor, then search for .bss._SEGGER RTT. After locating the address, you can copy RTT address. Now right-click on your project name, then select Debug then select Renesas GDB Hardware Debugging. Now click on Switch button to open Debug Perspective. In debug mode, you can also monitor these expressions to get a better understanding how we are calculating the temperature value. Now click on Rezoom button. In expression window, after every 2 seconds, we are successfully reading internal temperature of RA8D1 device. Now open SEGGER RTT Viewer. After that, select your target device and use Address option to connect with RTT terminal. After every 2-second delay, we are reading internal temperature of RA8D1 device.